Did you ever think about this? Like, why are we always tired, even when we haven't done anything much in a day? I spent over the past 100 hours going through multiple articles, multiple videos and multiple communities, trying to find the real reason why most of us started feeling more and more tired in the recent years. And the results are just shocking. A lot of people actually made videos on this topic, but most of them are just bullshit. Some of them were good, but even they missed a lot of crucial information. And most importantly, none of these videos are made by keeping students in mind, which is actually very concerning because students build the future of a country. And
a whole generation of weak and tired students
will be a disaster for any country. You see, this is the real reason why we are tired. The star with the center. There are 5 problems at each of these corners and 1 major problem in the center. And there are so many companies in the world which target these 5 aspects of your life to make crores and crores of money. See, the problem is that human brain is very easy to manipulate. And every single decision that you make is directly or indirectly influenced by someone else for their profit. They make you feel more and more tired so that they can sell you more and more products. For example, most of us spend more than 4 hours on our phone every day and we don't have any control over it. And I can bet that 90% of you can never get rid of your phone addiction. Because behind each of these apps, there are algorithms designed by some of the smartest people on the planet to make you feel more and more addicted to that app. Because the more time that you spend on that app, the more money that they can make out of it. So it's now you versus hundreds of people who work for that app. So it's not easy to win. Same goes with chips, chocolates, pizzas, and even the cold drinks that you drink. The modern world wants you to be weak, both physically and mentally. And if you don't fight back, it will slowly turn you into a zombie, looking at its life fading away. First things first, do you feel that your mind is constantly working all the time? Like even when you're just trying to sit and relax, you're constantly thinking about something else, never being in the present. You have your homework, assignments, deadlines, midsems, endsems, weekend exams. And on the top of this, you also want to learn some skills, go to gym. You have expectations from your parents, relatives, and also from yourself. I mean, why does it feel that the pressure never stops? See, the problem with living under constant stress is that it's a never-ending cycle. First, you have a problem, so you feel stressed about it. Now, the stress hormone gets released, which spikes the blood sugar levels. Now, that drains your energy even without doing any work. And that results in more stress, and the cycle never stops, and you'll finally end up getting depressed. So basically, take care of your emotions. I mean, remember this, everything will be alright if you keep waking up and work hard towards your goals every single day. I mean, definitely there will be ups and downs, yes, but you have to trust the process. And if there is someone in your life who keeps giving you bad vibes, who keep destroying the way that you feel every single day, just cut them off. Because it doesn't matter whoever it is, like it is much better to walk alone rather than just carrying a snake in your hands. Now, once you start managing your emotions, you've won 10% of the battle. So now let's move to the next one, which is fortune favors the bold and God favors the one who's active. So the second one, activity. So this was before a year when I was sleeping for almost 8 to 9 hours every single day. But I was still feeling tired throughout the day. And I was like, bro, I'm sleeping more than enough. Why am I even feeling tired now? See, there are 3 reasons for it, but one of the major reasons was lack of physical activity. A lot of you guys would be making the same mistakes which I made last year, which is thinking that instead of spending 30 hours in the gym and working out, I'll just use that time to study. I'll just use the time to work, right? That was one of the biggest mistakes that I made. Like these 20 or 30 minutes of workout that I'm doing, it made me much more productive while I'm actually sitting and working. And to make this much more easier for you, I'll also pin some of the best 20-minute workout routines in the description below. Now, one of the major reasons that the modern generation is much more tired than the previous one is because of the number of decisions that we actually take in a day. Let me actually explain this with an example. Think of your brain like a city, and neurons are basically the street lights in the night. So whenever you take a decision, a neurotransmitter called as glutamate gets released, which actually helps in sending signals between neurons. So in our case, let's consider glutamate as electricity. So glutamate is actually a good thing, right? You're right. But the more and more decisions that you make, more and more glutamate actually gets produced and the fuse wire finally breaks. This results in brain fog and eventually starts making you tired. So basically, limit the number of decisions that you make in a day. For example, in my life, I have a very bad habit of opening my phone and just scrolling through Amazon or Myntra and just randomly going through multiple things day and night. And this is actually a very bad habit and I have to stop it. And you know, this is one of the major reasons why a lot of successful people wear the same thing every single day, or that's why they say that you should plan your wardrobe the previous night itself, something like that. But once you limit the number of decisions that you make, you've won 20% more of the battle. And now it's finally the time to discuss the biggest thing which is actually making you tired. I mean the sleep. And this is a very complex topic that people write books after books on this. And this is not as simple as just sleep for 8 to 9 hours every single day, because it's much more complicated than that. After experimenting with my own sleep patterns for over 3 years, what I understood was I perform the best with just 6 hours of sleep. And the days when I actually sleep 8 to 9 hours, I feel sluggish and tired. I mean, the first thing, most of us follow a monophasic sleep pattern, which is we just sleep once a night. Some of us, including myself, we follow a biphasic sleep pattern, which is we sleep a bit less during the night, but then we compensate with a small nap in the afternoon. But there are some crazy people in the world who end up sleeping like just 3 hours every single day by following some or the other kind of polyphasic sleep patterns. You should never do it because everyone is different. You need to find your own optimal time, but there's a basic sleep triangle that everyone needs to follow, which has 3 basic things.
The first one and the second one are quality and the quantity of sleep.
Now, the third thing in the sleep triangle is consistency, which means people say that if you sleep and wake up around the same time every single day, then your sleep gets much better or something like that. But it, because it's not feasible for me. If it is feasible for you, then you should definitely follow, but I know it's not for me, so Now the next one is diet, but you remember that I was telling you the most important thing being at the center? I mean, we'll talk about it, but here's how you plan how, when and what to eat in like 30 seconds. Let's say you sleep at 10 a.m. At that point of time, I'll place my dinner at 7:30. And now I'll add 14 hours to the dinner time. I'll keep my breakfast over there. And now somewhere in the middle will be my lunch time. And once you do this, just make sure that you always eat less than your full capacity. And the second thing, no processed foods. And the final thing is eat less dinner. That's all. That's all you need to know about food. Simple. So now let's talk about the most important thing out of all these things. The center of human energy. Did you ever think about soldiers fighting wars before 500, 600, 700 years with little to no food, little to no sleep, still perform at their peak condition? Like if everything that I spoke in this video was right, then these soldiers must be the most tired ones who should be losing all the battles, right? I mean, if that makes any sense. But this is where the magic lies. It's called the purpose. Purpose creates life energy. And it's actually written in a lot of ancient Indian literature, which the modern world has just forgotten. For example, the days when I have something which I love doing, I'm usually filled with a lot of energy. I don't feel tired at all. I'm all excited, but on the days when I don't have anything exciting to do, I'm usually sluggish, more tired and all that stuff. And this is one of the reasons why I personally add 1 or 2 activities which actually makes me feel alive every day. And these activities can be as simple as going and playing chess, or going and playing some sports, or maybe drawing something for like 20-30 minutes every single day. Something that ignites the creativity inside you.
Put my brave face on.
I mean, don't keep asking what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs is people who come
Who the
alive.
fuck would love you like I did? Know you're all you wanted, need you like an addict. Stay when you get mad.